Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets. Today, we're diving into some really hot topics that are shaping our digital lives, Everything from surprising AI advancements and privacy battles to the ever-evolving world of our favorite devices. We've got a stack of sources here that are just packed with interesting insights.
Indeed, and I think you'll find some real aha moments as we kind of connect the dots on why these developments matter to you. Whether you're just curious or maybe prepping for your next big tech purchase, there's a lot to unpack.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Our first big story is all about artificial intelligence, and it seems AI is getting smarter, but also maybe a lot more exclusive.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is Google's new Gemini 2.5 Deep Think model. Get this, it's an AI that can apparently earn a bronze medal at the International Mathematical Olympiad.
Wow, okay. A bronze medal. That's impressive for an AI.
It really is. It shows a huge leap, right?
Yeah.
It's designed for really complex problems using something they call parallel thinking.
Parallel thinking. Okay, what does that actually mean? Like thinking multiple things at once?
Pretty much, yeah. It generates and evaluates multiple ideas or solutions simultaneously. Think of it like super fast brainstorming, letting it process more deeply and find better answers to tough problems.
That sounds incredibly powerful. So what does this all mean for us, for, everyday people?
Well, this is where the exclusive bit comes in, this supercharged version of Gemini. It's currently only for Google AI Ultra subscribers.
And that costs
a steep $250 per month.
Yeah.
So while Google often makes features more available later, for now, this top-tier AI is definitely premium.
Right, so it raises that question about who gets access to the best AI.
Exactly. Are we creating a kind of AI divide? It's something to think about.
Speaking of premium and paying for things, let's talk about Amazon and Alexa Plus. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy is exploring ways to bring ads into Alexa Plus's multi-turn conversations.
Right, the more back-and-forth chats. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, Amazon's Devices and Services division, the one with Alexa and Echo, has reportedly struggled to make money.
Oh, okay, so they need revenue.
Seems like it. So they're looking at ads, maybe even higher subscription tiers beyond the current, $19.99 a month for non-Prime members.
So your personal assistant might start pitching products mid-conversation. That's definitely a new twist.
Precisely. I mean, current Echo devices already show full-screen ads and those, by the way, suggestions sometimes.
Yeah, those can be annoying.
Right. The Verge's reviewer tested Alexa Plus and hasn't seen ads yet, but it's still in beta.
Yeah.
So it really makes you ask, how much do you value an ad-free AI experience, especially in your own home?
Yeah, it's a different relationship than seeing an ad on a website. And then there's Meta. Mark Zuckerberg has this vision for personal superintelligence that sounds a bit different.
It does. He seems to want Meta's AI to fill the free time that other, productivity-focused AI creates. So focusing more on entertainment and connection, not just being a work assistant.
Okay, so less about organizing my emails, more about helping me scroll Instagram better.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Plays to Meta's strengths, right? Maximizing engagement. Their CPO, Chris Cox, basically said they need to be different from OpenAI or Google. They shouldn't obsess over productivity, but focus on how people actually live their life, their social lives, their leisure time.
It's a different angle on the whole AI race, definitely. Integrating AI into your downtime.
Yeah, aiming to make your social and leisure time more immersive, maybe.
Yeah.
On their platforms, of course.
Okay, let's shift gears because here's where it gets really interesting, especially for privacy. The UK's Online Safety Act. It's brought in age verification for sites like X, Reddit, Spotify.
Users are actually being asked for proof of age now. We're talking photo IDs, credit card info, even selfies, just to access certain content.
Wow, okay, so the big question then is, what happens to that data? That's really sensitive stuff.
Exactly. Concerns about potential data breaches are huge, naturally. Some companies involved, like Autentex and Persona, they claim they delete data after 30 days.
Okay, 30 days.
But others, like Stripe, which handles payments for creators on these platforms, they keep it as long as the user is a creator. So it's not consistent.
And people are pushing back, right, trying to get around these checks.
Absolutely. Demand for VPNs in the UK has reportedly skyrocketed. People are hoping to bypass checks by connecting through servers elsewhere.
Does it work?
It's tricky. User reports suggest that for X, for example, you often need to change your in-app location and use a VPN together. Even the UK regulator, OF's Taxom, is discouraging using VPNs for this.
So it's a real cat and mouse game. It feels contentious. Some call it censorship. Others say privacy concerns are overblown because our data's already out there.
It's definitely a flashpoint, highlighting that tension between online safety and digital privacy or anonymity.
Sticking with privacy, Microsoft's Windows Recall AI app, that caused quite a stir. It takes screenshots of everything you do on your PC.
Yeah, it was pulled back, then relaunched after security worries. But recent testing by the Register found that its filter-sensitive information feature, it still fails to exclude sensitive data sometimes.
Seriously? Like what?
Well, it apparently captured things like bank home pages, account balances, even documents that happen to contain passwords in plain text. Though it did seem to filter specific account numbers better.
So it's still a work in progress on the privacy front. That's kind of a big deal. How can you trust it?
It is. It's a major hurdle. You can block specific apps or websites from being captured in recall settings. But if you want to avoid it completely,
Yeah.
you need a PC with an Intel or AMD chip, apparently. Recall is designed for those new Copilot Plus PCs with Qualcomm's Snapdragon processors.
Ah, okay. So it's tied to specific hardware for now. Interesting. And speaking of big tech and control, Google just got hit with a major court order to basically crack open Android. What's that about?
So following that big Epic Games antitrust lawsuit, remember that, Google was ordered to make some pretty significant changes to the Google Play App Store.
Like what kind of changes?
Well, stopping them from forcing developers to use Google Play billing, allowing developers to actually tell users about other payment options inside the app,
Oh, wow.
and even allowing links to download apps from outside the Play Store.
That sounds like a huge win for developers.
Yeah.
And more choice for you, the user, right?
It certainly could be. Google argued, that these changes could expose users to risks like malware or less secure payments, the usual security arguments.
Sure.
But the court basically affirmed the injunction favoring choice. Google got an emergency stay, delaying some parts, but this is a really significant step towards developers getting more control. Could have ripple effects.
Definitely one to watch. Okay, let's switch gears to the gadgets themselves. We're hearing a lot about how iPads are becoming more like laptops. Is that really happening?
It really seems like it. Apple's M-series chips,
Yeah.
the M4 and the iPad Pro, the M3 and the iPad Air, they're the exact same powerful processors you find in MacBooks.
Right.
And the screen sizes are getting closer, too. You've got 13-inch iPad Air and Pro models now, matching smaller MacBooks.
And then you add the Magic Keyboard and that new Windows feature on iPadOS that lets you have multiple app windows. This feels like they're really blurring those lines.
They absolutely are. I mean, for a lot of people, an iPad with a Magic Keyboard basically is a two-in-one laptop now. Often, it's even more affordable.
Really? Cheaper than a MacBook?
Yeah, take the M3 iPad Air with a Magic Keyboard. Our sources say that combo still costs less than the entry-level MacBook Air. So if you want versatility, especially for touch or stylus stuff, the iPad is a serious contender.
Interesting calculation for people looking for a new machine. Okay, moving to the pocket-sized powerhouses. The eternal battle for the thinnest phone with the best battery. Apple versus Samsung. What's the latest?
Well, the rumor mill suggests Apple's upcoming iPhone 17 Air is aiming to be ultra-thin. But the battery might only be around 2,800 milliamp.
Ooh, that sounds kind of small.
It does. Apple seems to be banking on power savings from a new A19 chip to keep the battery life on par. We'll see. Meanwhile, Samsung's rumored Galaxy S26 Edge could pack a much bigger battery, maybe around 4,400 milliamp. It's a pretty big jump from the current S25 Edge.
Wow, 2,800 versus 4,400. That's a noticeable difference. It just highlights that challenge, doesn't it? Making phones thinner while keeping batteries going all day.
It's a constant engineering tightrope walk. Maybe the real long-term fix is those silicon carbon batteries people talk about. Higher density, more power, and less space. But that tech seems further out.
Yeah, still waiting on those miracle batteries. Okay, and speaking of new choices shaking things up, the Nothing headphones. They've been getting some buzz.
They're a really interesting option, especially at that $299 price point. Now look, top-tier headphones from Sony or Bose, they probably still have slightly better noise cancellation and maybe sound, right out of the box.
Sure, at a higher price.
Exactly. But the Nothing headphones, apparently destroy Apple's AirPods Max when it comes to battery life. We're talking 35 hours with noise canceling on versus just 20 hours for the AirPods Max.
35 hours, that's huge. So you can get close to flagship quality, maybe tweak the sound a bit for under $300. That's a great tip for headphone shoppers out there.
And they look cool too, that transparent design. It shows smaller brands can really compete on value.
Definitely. And while we're talking gadgets and value, a quick travel tip you mentioned, eSIMs. they're becoming essential, right?
Oh, totally. They're basically digital SIM cards built into your phone. You activate them remotely.
So no more fiddling with tiny plastic SIMs when you land somewhere new or worrying about losing your home SIM.
Exactly. No more hunting for a kiosk at the airport. You can set up your data plan before you even leave home. It's usually cost-effective, and you can often use both your travel eSIM for data and your regular SIM for calls simultaneously. So much easier.
Yeah, that sounds like a game changer for travel. Okay, let's look at the wider digital landscape. Platforms we thought we knew are changing roles. Reddit is apparently making a big push to become your next search engine.
Yeah, it's interesting timing, isn't it? Reddit CEO Steve Huffman points out that like 80% of the users believe some questions can only be answered by real humans, not just AI summaries.
Which makes sense. People already add Reddit to their Google searches all the time to find those real discussions.
Precisely. So they're trying to capitalize on that behavior. They're integrating search better with Reddit Answers, that's their AI tool, using Gemini, and making the search bar much more prominent in the app.
And financially, it seems to be working.
Apparently so. They saw a huge 78% revenue jump in Q2, shows there's real demand for that community content. The challenge, though, will be fighting AI spam as they grow search, trying to keep those human answers front and center.
Yeah, the authenticity battle. Okay, finally, let's talk about Verizon. They introduced a 3-year price lock, but surprise, they're still finding ways to raise your bill.
Yes, the classic fine print situation. Verizon confirmed these adjustments, basically raising various fees, things like the administrative and telco recovery charge and the regulatory charge.
The ones nobody understands, but everyone pays.
Pretty much. Most people might only see increases under, say, 30 cents on their voice lines. But data-only plans could jump by over $2. And device activation fees are going up, tablet plans are going up.
So the price lock is just for the plan, not the fees. That feels a bit sneaky.
Correct. The guarantee only covers the base plan cost on their newer MyPlan subscriptions. It specifically doesn't cover fees and taxes, leaving them, as one source put it, plenty of wiggle room for hikes.
So, lesson learned. Always read the tiny print on your phone bill.
Always.
Yeah.
A good reminder for you, definitely.
So as we wrap up this episode, it's really clear that technology is just moving at lightning speed. It brings amazing convenience, sure, but also these new challenges around privacy, around cost, around access.
Yeah, it really makes you think. And this all raises an important question for you to consider, looking ahead. What's the next big shift in tech that you're most excited about? Or maybe most concerned about? Will AI assistants become these, like, true personal superintelligences woven into everything? And maybe more importantly, will we be willing to pay the price financially and in terms of our privacy for that ultimate convenience and personalization? It's a lot to chew on.
It really is. Well, thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.